Hey y'all, I'm Morgan Fortieth, pelvic floor physical therapist here to talk to you about diaphragmatic breathing. So what is diaphragmatic breathing? Well, first we have to understand what our diaphragm is. Our diaphragm is our breathing muscle that sits underneath here on our rib cage. And our pelvic floor, which is all these muscles in red with our pelvis, our diaphragm and our pelvic floor, they're BFFs and they move together. When we breathe in, that allows pelvic floor to lengthen and relax. When we exhale, that allows pelvic floor to come back up and then diaphragm comes back up. And so this can be a really great tool to help move your pelvic floor without doing things like Kegels that aren't necessarily as functional. So we'll start by showing you what diaphragmatic breathing looks like in a hands and knees position, and then I'll also show you what it looks like in sitting, giving you some helpful cues and tips along the way. So this can be a great position to do it in because it allows gravity to help you with that descent down. So I'm always going to breathe in through my nose and exhale out through my mouth. So making sure I'm not locking out my elbows, that I'm not in a slumped position, my back is nice and straight. I'm going to inhale and you'll see my belly drop, my ribs expand. Exhaling out through my mouth. And I'm really feeling my belly go towards the mat. Now another great position we can do this in is tall kneeling. And so when we're in tall kneeling, that allows us to do a couple things with our hands. So one of the things we can do with our hands is I'm going to put one hand on lower belly that's saying breathe into me. And I'm going to put another hand on my chest that's saying you can chill, you don't need to do anything, just relax. So I'm going to breathe in through my nose, feel my belly come into my hand. Exhale out my mouth. In through my nose, out through my mouth. The other thing I can do, because our diaphragmatic breathing isn't just our belly moving out this way, we really want to think about like a balloon filling up. And so our ribs are moving too. Remember I told you your diaphragm is that muscle underneath your ribs. So another thing you can do if you feel like you're doing well with the belly part but you're not getting that ribs movement is putting your hands on your ribs, so you can either come here kind of in this cup or laying out to the side. The big thing here is you just want to make sure that you keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. So I'm going to find that position, then relax my shoulders, giving myself a little bit of a hug, and then inhaling into my hands, out through my mouth. My biggest advice with diaphragmatic breathing is to let yourself go through a couple breaths. It's not going to be perfect every time, but every time you restart over, your body isn't getting that chance to learn the movement. So just show yourself a lot of grace, try and get those breaths in throughout the day, and you're doing your pelvic floor such a huge favor. I hope this was helpful, and please like, subscribe, comment. We appreciate you listening.